Hello guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make a player selector with Makecode. So firstly, we're going to be needing the game start. So you go into loops and you select the on start block. Then you're going to be needing some way for the codes to know what among players are being selected. So you're going to make a variable that's called player n for player number. Then we're going to be needing a loop that repeats until somebody selects either one player or two players. So while true basically works in the way that it will repeat until a certain condition happens. We're going to be turned into a not, and then we're going to be two equals. Make sure to use this one and the string one, as this one will only check for strings and we need to check it for numbers. And we need a or. So for the while true, it's going to be looking something like this, where you have if player, so it will repeat until player number is not equal to either 1 or 2. So then what's going to happen is, one second, I have to also set player number 2 if a game asks for number. So basically what's happening is the game starts, so player number is not equal to 1 or 2, so the loop will cycle once. It will set player number to the number that the person inserts, so this one, and then because so if it's 1 or 2, then it will keep on going and do whatever is after the loop. Or if it's not 1 or 2, then it will ask it again because it's not equal to 1 or 2, so it will repeat the loop. I will show this later with the debug tool. In the ask for number section, we can change two parameters. The first one is the answer length. I will set it to 1 because it's only 1 digit. And a string to ask, like for example, how many players are playing. Okay. So now we have the code will run. Ask how many players are playing. If you select 5, it will repeat. If you select 1, it will continue and the code is done. I will now show it to you with the debug tool, like this. Okay, so let's set 5. So the player number variable equals to 5, which means that the while repeats, which means that then set player number is asked again. So if you step it, now ask me again. If you select 1, and it won't repeat, which means it keeps on going with the code. Now we have to add an if, because in case one player is playing, then we only need to generate the sprite for first player. If 2 players are playing, then we need to generate the sprite for 2 players. So we're first going to be needing another logic block. So again, a number equal and not a string equal for player 1. And I will duplicate this and write trace it 1. So if player 1 equals to 1, if player number equals to 1, then it does whatever is in here. If player number equals to 2, then it does whatever it is under here. So it starts with player. So I'm gonna set my sprite to something. I'm gonna just draw something. Like this. Let's make it green. This is our player 1. This is our player 1. And then we of course have to tell the game, well, I want to move with buttons. Over here you have to adjust for the speed. And in case you're making a tile map game, you might want to tell the camera to follow that certain player. So camera follow my sprite. Now you have to do the same thing but for player 2. So let me just copy this. Perfect. And now instead of making it green, I'm gonna make it red. Okay, perfect. And now we're going to be needing, of course, to tell the game how that player is moving. So we're going to be doing this. Remember to set it to my sprite 2 and not my sprite 1. And you're basically done. So now what the game will do is it will start. If you select one player, it'll just generate one player. And if you play it again and you select 2 players instead, it will generate 2 players. Oh no, sorry. I just said 2 players. We didn't copy this part over into here. So basically this is what's going to happen. Over here you can change the serial parameters from here, but now you can select player, so like player 1, player 2, player 3, player 4. So now you have 1 player, and if we play it again, we have 2 players. So yes. Now, because the background is black, I'm show you how to I have other code after this. So set background image to I'm going to find this, and then let me just make some like squares now, green and red, like green. What's that? Control Z. Wow, I hate this look. Okay, I'm gonna just change the color because this background image is kind of hard. So background color. Okay. So over here, for example, I can change the background color, so I'll set it to blue. And a problem that like many people find when they're using this code is, oh, in another part of code, I tell the code to like set certain animations to player 2. And when you select player 1, it gives you a mistake that's something like can't cast null. Well, if it gives you that mistake and you know it's coming from a certain piece of code, you just have to put like an if and then player number equals 2. Which means that code only run if the player number equals to 2, which also reduces the lag in your code. So you should anyways do it, even if it doesn't give you any mistake. So I'm just going to show it to you with the debug tool, and yeah. So let me select this part. The code is in the description. I'm going to also be putting like comments so you can read the code. The game starts. Because player number is 0, it will start a loop, which then will ask you what the thing. So let's say for example it's like 6. Press OK. So it's not 1 or 2, so it will ask you again. Now I'm going to select 2. Because it's 2, it will skip the loop, which means that if player number equals to 2, so it's over here, then it will set the sprite of kind player, move the player, set the player move with the player 2 buttons. For now, my sprite is still unknown. Then it will set the sprite with this icon and player. And you see over here you can find its parameters. and it will make the camera follow here. And it sets some color blue, and then you can see it okay. Although not right now, it looks like it's not moving, like player 1 isn't moving. It's because the camera is perfectly following player 2. In fact, if I just get out of debug mode and remove this block, and I select like player 2, wait, as you now can see, both players can move. But because you're seeing the screen from the relative position of, oh wait, they're not, already both players are not moving. But because you're seeing it from the relative position of one of the two players, it looks like it's moving not as quickly. So yes, let's put this one back. So this is how to fix most bugs that come from it, and you find it in the description below, and the code will have comments explaining what each part does. If you're basically just copying this code, please credit our YouTube channel. And yes, this is it for this video.